Boom. You know, one of the most important things that a content creator should be mindful of, especially when we go live, is to look into the camera and not to look at ourselves. It's a very, very, it's consciously mind-blowing. Also, I have to ensure that I don't move, the desk. I don't touch the desk unnecessarily because I've got my tripod, not my tripod, my gimbal. I've got two of these. So what I do typically is that I take my phone and I put it on the gimbal and then I can see, hey, Bo, I see you. And then I can see the comments. But what is most important is to maintain eye contact with your audience. Guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and break this down for me. Go ahead and tell me if the broadcast is clear. Who is that? I'll see your comments here in a moment. I'll suss it out here in a moment. Just give me a moment here. What is the deal? One of my college professors used to say that, Dr. Billy Wheeler. He was from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. He would always say that. What is the deal? He would say. And then we pick that up, is what it is. So what I need you to do, brothers and sisters, if you can jump on here real quick, share this live with people that you think would be interested in this conversation. In Zambia, we say conversation. It's not conversation, it's conversation. Conversation itakuwa. Do I have to throw in a lesson here? Is that my lot in life? This is the life I've chosen, mate? Is that every other sentence is an English lesson? Huh? Could we just depart from that for a moment? All right. Guys, oh, by the way, I got to share this with you. I was over at Cozy House. You guys know I'm a big fan of Decor. I love Decor. I could walk into a Decor shop for 3 hours, not even buy a thing. Just to be there, to walk around the Decor shop, to touch little items. Oh, I love that. What's your choice of engagement? Mine is Decor, and I have to show you this piece. This piece here. Tell me, and there's a story behind this piece. Check that out. Is that pretty or is that pretty? Do you know what the lady said to me, the sales lady said to me? She said, Mr. Mwewa, you should get that because he sort of looks like you. I said, honey, what are you trying to say? You trying to say I got a big belly? Is that what you're trying to break down for me? She said, oh, because in Zambia, people just tell you things like that. No, Mr. Mwewa, you should buy that because that thing, it looks like you. No, Zambia, you just say things like that. No, chishteni, kaina mupalana. Ichimuntu ichai inati natupalana. Imwe, careful. Anyway, I bought it. What do you think? I think it's pretty. It's beautiful. I've got a little, ever heard of the power of three? When you're doing decor, you usually put stuff in threes, but I really, what do you think of this? Tell me. It's beautiful. It's got a velvety feel to it. It's beautiful. I have to make sure that my hands are clean because, you never want to stain the thing, okay? Let's be clear. This sort of ornament, you never want to stain it. See, that's a Scotsman trying to say stain. In Scotland, they say stain. You never want to stain it, or to leave any type of blemish on it, see. So I had to make sure I washed my hands, okay, because I don't want it to look like, we're messing it up. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. This, do you want to guess how much this was? Guess in the comments how much this was. It's an ornament. It's a bit heavy. It's a bit girthy, you know? You know that word, girthy? It's girthy. It's got a bit of girth to it. Girth, guys. Huh? Come on. English 101. Anyway, I thought I'd share that with you guys. I have a bit of a bowl of fruit in my office. I try and eat a bowl of fruit every day. You know why? I can't exactly eat shawarmas first thing in the morning, or cookies, or Hajj Fudge Sundays, Uruchero. I was with a friend of mine yesterday. She says to me, oh, I only eat one meal a day. I said, honey, I mean, I want to slim down, but good Lord, one meal a day? Yeah, Mr. Boy, you can't eat 3 meals a day. Gorgeous. These tangerines, I must tell you, absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Right. Let's get into it, shall we? What time is it? It's 11 minutes after 10. Can I tell you what I cannot stand? And I can't stand this. I can't stand people that chew with their mouths open. Somebody please just put a bullet through me. Just put me out of my misery. The moment I hear people just, ever go to a restaurant and people are chewing with their mouths open? Honestly, not to judge, because, you know, and I don't mean this in a bad way, is that when I hear people chewing like that with their mouths open, everything in me just wants to stand up, walk over to them, and just wrestle them to the ground and sit on them until they stop moving. Tell me I've got a problem. Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Sorry. That's a joke. I would never do that. Or would I? Anyway, guys, okay, can we be serious for a moment? Can we just be serious for a moment? Guys, I'm not a comedian. Oh, by the way, I got to tell you this before I get into my dissertation. Last night, my wife and I were at home. Her and I, we have this little tradition now. We usually in bed by 9. Okay, 9 p.m. we're in bed. Because, you know, at our age, 9 p.m., goodness, you know, it's... So last night, her and I started watching this film called Carry On with Jason Bateman, which is a bit of a departure for Jason Bateman because he's traditionally like a comedian sort of thing, you know. But in this one, he's a bad guy. You should, if you haven't seen Carry On, oh, you should see that. Now, the thing about my wife when she watches movies, and I've recently discovered that I do this as well, and it's, you know, it's not necessarily a good thing. When my wife is watching a movie and there's an intense scene, oh my goodness. I mean, my wife is literally in the movie. I mean, she's a character in the film. You would think she's in the film, you know. Because last night, the moment, there was a key moment in the film. I'm not going to give it away. No spoiler alert here. You should see that. Jason Bateman is in that. Carry On. Oh my goodness. Intense moment. I was screaming, hollering, jumping, and shouting. Just like her. That's what happens when you've been married for 25 years. You become each other. Literally. All right. We're starting now. Relax. We're going to be fine. All right. Guys, first thing I want to talk about is this Lily lunatic. Oh my goodness. You know, there's something about that skank that just drives me up the wall. Honestly, really. When I see that hussy on TV, on her channel, I never watch her. I blocked her and I don't watch her. The only reason I watch her is because, you know, she'll appear on someone else's feed and then I'll see it. And I can only stomach her in tiny little doses. You know, I mean, I can only, oh my goodness, I'm not even sure if that's the word, to stomach her. Because, I mean, I get physically ill when I see any clip of her regurgitating, because I know that whatever she's saying, she's made it her life's mission to destroy people, to split marriages, to split homes. A young girl not too long ago commented on one of the lives, and she very sadly said, you know, this woman destroyed my marriage. This woman destroyed my marriage because of her lies and her innuendo. She's Cliff Richard, a famous British singer, sang a song called "She is the Devil Woman, She's Gonna Get You Now. She is the Devil Woman, She's Gonna Get You. She is the Devil Woman." Cliff Richards was prophesying, mate. He was singing a song in prophecy because he was talking about that Lily lunatic Matambo. When he sang that song, it was her that he had his mind on. She is the devil woman, she's gonna get you now. She is the devil woman, she's gonna get you. Oh, she'll get you, boy. When she sinks her fangs into you, boy, when she starts talking, that's when you know Gambo kupiba. Ngapiva achta perspire, because you know she sweats like a pig, that chick. She does. And this is the other telltale sign, is when she starts spitting venom against you, she starts sweating, and then she starts shouting, Gambo kupunda, wish you have your tiwe, chapo ya glory. But here's the thing. The reason that skank does what she does is because she doesn't want you to focus on her miserable life. Remember a while ago, she used to post that she drove these really nice Range Rovers and Mercedes Benz or whatever the hell it was. She doesn't have any of those. She'd be lucky if she has a scooter, you know. But here it is. One of the reasons she just hates Yo Maps is because Yo Maps just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Yo Maps, she looks at Yo Maps' fleet of cars, and she says to her, she says, he's got a fleet of cars. I used to have a fleet of cars. The British government took them from me because I was busy stealing money and promising people jobs that didn't exist. The UK government looked at me and said, Lily lunatic, come over here, we're gonna grab your stuff. And here it is, Yo Maps, he's got like 15 cars, and I'm here stuck in England with nothing. That's her line of logic. Now, let me tell you the new thing that Lily has done, Lily lunatic, is that she, you know, somebody asked me not too long ago, they said, as if I would know, but then I do have an answer, and this is the answer. Someone says to me, said, Mr. Mwewa, why do you think this lunatic is so invested in Yo Maps' life? Why is she so invested in his life? Why has she made it her mission to do everything within her power to disparage him, to slander him, to slam him, to call him all sorts of things in the book, to try and destroy his marriage? Because that's the other end game, is that Lily Lunatic is hoping that through all of this slander, she splits Kiddist and Yo Maps. Oh my goodness, if that were to happen, if Yo Maps and Kiddist were to split as a direct result of Lily Mutambo's interference, my goodness, kuti halala Lily. Bwana, there would be a celebration for weeks. My goodness. She would be. Now, here's the question. When someone celebrates the demise, the disintegration, the destruction of a marriage, then what's the motive? What is the motive? It's to deflect attention from her own miserable life so that you, her audience, can focus on Yomaps and whoever else is a target. Because, you know, to Lily Lunatic, everybody's a target. Every single human being on this planet except her is a target. Everybody. The goal, the modus operandi is for her audience. And I mean, Lily Lunatic's audience are a bunch of sick puppies, I gotta tell you. When you read their comments, oh my goodness, you think to yourself, and then it dawns on you, you realize she has proselytized them. She's like a cult leader. That skank. Jezebel, devil in a dress, Lucifer in heels, boy. Tell you what, if there was the incarnation of the devil, it's her. And the reason she does all this is, my brothers and sisters, is to just make absolutely certain that you don't focus on her life. You only focus on other people's lives. And that's her goal. And she will never stop. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps giving, boy. She does. And here's the thing, guys. Somebody says they're also depressed. You ain't lying. Tell you what. So here's the thing. This lunatic has recently released an audio, purportedly, of Yomaps. Now, let me explain what she's done. She's taken Yomaps' voice. She's used ChatGPT. She's prompted a narration using Yomaps' voice. And she's released an audio generated by ChatGPT. It's very simple. If you're media smart, you know this. Mr. Moore, how do you know? Oh, it's very evident. Number one, it's a one-way conversation from what I could hear. It was just Yomaps' voice emphasizing, no, my son, our 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 son. Because that's the message Lily Lunatic wants to send, is that Yomaps has somehow fathered another son. Perchance he has. Meaning, let's say he has. Because, you know, people are people and people are human and they do things like that. And it's very possible. It's not impossible. But perchance, let's say it was possible. Let's say that did happen. Let's say Yomaps really does have a child in Australia. What business is it of Lily's? That's the question. Tell me in the comments. What's the business? Why is she so invested? Tell me in the comments. The reason is simple. She wants to see Yomaps and Kiddis split. That's what she wants. Can you imagine that? You in Soyobe, you just want to see people divorce for your amusement. But forgetting your own miserable life. That guy Lily Lunatic is married to, he doesn't even like her. He has no affection for that woman at all. In fact, he's very happy that she spends 6 hours a day on a Facebook Live and a TikTok Live so that he can go out and he do his own shenanigans with a bunch of other people. You think it bothers him that she's on Facebook for 6 hours a day? A woman a woman. There's nothing like that. That's nonsense. A Zambian woman who spends 8-7 hours a day on Facebook, umwana kashi, it means tawafundwa. Umwana kashi, 8 hours pa Facebook na TikTok, waliupwa na abana walikwata. Umwana kashi. Oh, Mr. Mwewa, that's sexism. No, man, we're Zambians, we're black Zambians, mate. We've got our own tradition, we've got our culture. Tetu umwana kashi 6-7 hours a day pa Facebook. Nangukuba modern. 6 hours a day ulebwata pa Facebook. Walikwata abalume n'abana. No, ala basunga nchitanchi. That's the reason the chap is very happy in that arrangement. He is very happy. While she's doing that, he's off doing something else with someone else. Oh, let me tell you, that guy he's in paradise. He's living in paradise, mate. First of all, not to mention he's got a wife ugly as hell. Let's start there. I mean, that chick is just so unattractive. It's ridiculous. Goodness. She puts the letter U in ugly. She does. Well, I can't believe you're saying that. Oh, well, you better believe it. Oh, we took the gloves off a long time ago. Who cares? Who cares? Nobody cares at this stage. She comes, we come. She goes, we go. That's just the way it is. Okay. All righty. The last thing I want to talk to you about is the Zed Farmer. As many of you know, a videotape has been released of a young man being interrogated by a group of people. In the video, you can hear the Zed Farmer's voice, what sounds like the Zed Farmer's voice, and I'm convinced it's her because I know her. You can also see a slight glimpse of the Zed Farmer's new boyfriend, the Nigerian guy. The story was an intruder came onto the farm, her farm, and the accusation, allegedly, the guy had some type of acid that he was sent to sprinkle and spray onto the Zed Farmer. That's the story we know. And unfortunately, after beating this intruder to a pulp, there are two different stories. The police ascertain, or they say, that the young man died in police custody because according to the police, the young man was taken to the police and he died in police custody. That's one story. The other story is that no, in fact, the guy was not taken into police custody. Apparently the police said, no, this guy's badly beaten, take him to the hospital. So there's that. Now, all of this innuendo, the rumors, this, that, and the other, none of this is going to make any sense until all of the moving pieces in the video are arrested, every single one of them, including Zed Farmer, including the boyfriend, including whoever else was allegedly present when that boy was being beaten. Once they are arrested, charged, the case goes to court. The court will sift. It will sieve. The court will separate the chaff from the wheat. It will separate fact from fiction. The court will deduce, will ascertain, will come to the riveting conclusion of what the real truth is. That's all we can rely on. Outside of that, this issue risks becoming a Facebook spectacle. It will just be us, you and I, just back and forth. No, she's guilty. No, that one is not an accomplice. She's a witness. No, she was not involved. No. Guys, the thing has to go to court. Let the court sort it out. And then whatever results come from there, we go with that. Okay? Which brings me to this issue. Do you know, in this country, it is very easy to go to prison. In Zambia, oh my goodness. I'll give you a story. I shared this the other day, I'll share it again. I had a neighbor that was broken into. And in the process of this thief, he was a lone thief, a lone intruder. He broke into my neighbor's house. My neighbor engaged this guy. In the process, this guy cut my neighbor's face, literally from here down here. Now, in the process, he cut his lip, he split it wide open. Excuse me. Split it wide open from here to down here. He still has a scar today. It's just down the front of his face. Somehow, my neighbor managed to overpower him. Got him. Had the upper hand. Oh my goodness. When we came on the scene, what we found was our neighbor with a shovel. You know the backside of fosholo. In Zambia we say fosholo. The backside of the shovel. He was beating this boy's, he was hitting the knees. Amakufi. Makufi. In Zambia, muchibemba tutira makufi. Aleo mama kufi. Boom! And the boy was screaming. Boom! Boom! I mean, his knees turned into mush. It was like pulp. He had already called the police. Now, as neighbors, anyone that lives in a neighborhood where a thief has been caught in the very act, sometimes to offer solidarity for the neighbor or to the neighbor, you partake in the beating. So in an attempt to assist my neighbor, I went to kick the guy. I went to kick him, and how many people know that when you're going to kick someone with force and you miss ground? One, I fell flat on my back. 1 minute I was upstanding. The next I was looking at the Orion's belt, the constellation of the stars. And I thought, what's Orion's belt doing up there? I was flat on my back, mate. Number pakui ma. That's when I realized, in an effort to offer solidarity, I mean, could you imagine if I'd gone back to the house and start limping, and my wife says to me, she says, where you been? Oh, I was trying to kick the neighbor's thief. Wouldn't you know I missed and I fell flat on my back? She'd be furious. No, my boss, I'm shiny. Now, imagine if I kicked that boy and someone was recording, and then that boy went to hospital. Elio ayafwa. Elio video yafuma kuti Simon mwewa uku achoka muku afuma mukupante fibaka achira panto yumurumendo yamupanta nafwa. Ngari kwetyo iyi video yi Simon mwewa ale panto murumendo. Mawe ushe ino nshitanga turanwa na amenji. Ifuenga kale twaya kuchimboka irona katushinga nukuchimwembeshu uko nga kale vatu kusa. What is the lesson there? Don't involve yourself. Huh? Don't. Even if everything within you wants to partake in the bludgeoning. If someone records you, bwana, ratfe ni mwewa. Tapadi umbio. Kani mwewa. Mwewa is the one who executed the fatal blow. Wakutwala na kukoti. You were. Don't involve yourself in mob justice. And let me make a clarion call to the police, guys. This is why the police need to put an end to justice mobs. Sensitize the Zambian people. It's not right to execute justice mobs. Umuntu ngaiba phone mwamuma mwamwipaya. Bengi bafwa. Tele roba ambayo. They've been dying for eons. The only difference is those people who die, we are not privy to those videotapes on social media. Yeah, do I pena. All right, I gotta go. Thanks for watching. That's all I had to say. So if you're I sound like a rabbit, for goodness sake. So in case you're wondering, the reason Lily Lunatic Mutambo is so invested in your maps is because that skank wants to see Kiddist and your maps separate. Then she'll be happy. Tell you what. Do you know, if Lily Lunatic was on fire and the only way that I could save her life was to spit on her, I wouldn't do it. I'm not spitting on her. Burn, baby, burn. But, well, that's not Christian. Well, the violent take it by force, honey. God bless. Bye. No matachi de shima.